What is good, everybody? Hope you're having an amazing day. So today we are going to be talking about one thing I wish I would have done right out of high school. Okay. All right, so let's get straight into it. So that one thing I wish I would have done straight out of high school, if I could pick one thing, would have been to distance myself. All right, so let me explain why. So when you distance yourself, there's a new way of thinking that comes to your mind, okay? Because when you're around all these people, you begin to think like these people, you begin to talk like these people, you begin to dress like these people. They have influence on you. So by separating yourself and really just isolating yourself, you begin to find out who you are as a person and what you enjoy doing, some new traits you enjoy about yourself, and just things overall that you didn't know about yourself. Now, why this is important is because I feel like a lot of people, when they're straight out of high school, they rush to make decisions. They rush to go to college. They rush to get into a job. And they never take time to figure out what they truly want. Because all we really have throughout high school that we have to help us figure out what we want to do is that career planner, and it doesn't even know what you actually want to do because it's just questions. It's just questions. It has nothing to do with what you actually want to do. So what you got to do is, there's very few people after high school that's going to stick around. I think we all know that. Second you graduate, your popularity out the window. It doesn't matter anymore. All that's just fake, So the few people that are still with you after high school and that have been with you through high school, those are the people you want to keep around that are going to support you, because success is a lonely road, okay? All these people you see out here partying, doing all this stuff that has so many friends, those people really don't care about them. And it takes a while to really figure out who cares about you and who wants to be in your life. But once you figure that out, that's the first step, is keeping people around that actually care about you, care about your goals. They're going to support you and actually come through if you need something. So after you spend some time with yourself and you have a general idea of what you want to do with your life, first thing you should do is just go straight for it, because you never know until you try. All these jobs you may think that you want to do until you actually get into it, and then you see all the behind the scenes things and see if it's really for you. So once you have something in mind, just go for it, because you're not going to lose anything by going for it, So if you want to do something, go for it and see if you like it. If not, that's when you need to have, I'm not saying to have a backup plan, because if you know exactly what you want to do, go all in. But say that first thing you just grew out of it and it's not really what you want to do, then have that number 2 right behind that you can go back on and kind of see what else you want to change and where you want to be at with that. One thing that really helped me, especially with motivation of doing these things after you get out of high school, is realizing that no one is coming to save you. Now, I know that quote kind of sounds corny, but it's actually facts, because you might have your parents, you might have your friends and all this, but who is going to be putting in the work so that you get money, so that you get a family, so that you're financially free? That's all you. So you're putting in all that work. Unless you're just somehow born into money, you're pretty much going to have to work some sort of job, because all these people, even celebrities, they're still working. All the football players, all the rappers, they're all still working. They all have a craft that they're still working on in order to generate money. So you have to have a job, whether that, even if you're an entrepreneur, you're still working. So you got to really figure out what you want to do with the job and kind of put your own twist on it. One of the hardest things that's going to hold you back from finding your purpose or from really working on yourself to get to a point to where you actually enjoy doing what you're doing is going to be distractions, okay? Because distractions are all around us, whether that's love, whether that's TV, whether that's video games, whatever it is. All those are just distractions. Think about what you're actually gaining from doing those things. Not very much. So you have to really figure out proactive work that you can still do on yourself, but then also still balance those little things, so that way then you don't get burnt out doing what you're doing, but then you also reward yourself with certain things like video games, whether that's food, whatever it is, because you need to, everything in mediocrity, you don't have to hold yourself to such a strict standard that you never enjoy life, because that's the point of life, is to be enjoyed. Because you never know when you're just going to wake up and you're not even here anymore, So I think it's very important to figure out what you want to do, but then also create a new lane for yourself, because there's so many people trying to be like everybody else. When you meet real people, they're generally just going to enjoy being around you because you're yourself. You have no filter. You are not trying to be like anybody else. So once you meet those people and you're your genuine, authentic self, that's really where you're going to attract greatness around you and around your family, all that. So biggest thing's going to be being yourself. Because once you're authentic with yourself, that's when you're really going to figure out yourself. That's when you're really going to figure out that the universe picks up on all those things. If you're putting in real work, then you're going to get real results. So everything half in, you're not going to get the results. So once you get clear on your vision and you're going 100% focus work, that's where you're going to get the results. Because for a while I was like half in on either content creation, build my Instagram page. I was half in, kind of doing a little work there, and then going out doing stuff, going out partying, doing all these things. Then I realized that once I actually sat down and put in the work, that's when the results were coming. It was almost like the days I put in half effort, I got half results, but when I put in full effort, that's when those results really came. So what I'm saying is, honestly, once you get out of high school, just take a gap year. You know, take 6 months to a year, really just focus on yourself, get a job, really build some cash flow, sit down, journal with yourself, figure out what you like doing in that 6 months. Go experience life, you know. Go with your friends, go experience life, go do things that you've always wanted to do, because you're never going to be this young forever. Everyone older wants to be you right now, because time flies, man. And I promise you, once you look back and you're like, dang, I wish I would have done that, the regret's going to hurt, okay? Because once you find what you want to do, you have to believe in yourself. I saw this quote: if you don't believe in yourself, then nobody is. You have to fully believe in yourself and what you want to do, because you can do something that's never been seen before. It's all in your hands. It's all up to you to make your dreams happen. So think about that, big dog. All right, so this is going to be the end of the video. If you all enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. Share this with a friend, because everybody needs to see this video. I hope you all have a great, amazing rest of the day or night, whatever it is where you're at. And let's go.